Hey, what's up, tubers? This is the SHTF Hunter. I want to give you an after-action review of last weekend's shooting match down in Mountain City, Tennessee. It was put on by Special Forces Association, Chapter 111. For anybody don't know, those are Green Berets. But they were pretty cool guys. But you know, this is their first annual, their first time they ever done this, so I didn't expect everything to go real smooth. I mean, it actually went pretty good, but so I showed up down there at 10 o'clock. 10 to 11, I think, was the sign in. 11 to 12, you know, was keeping with tactical game tradition. They do a prayer, and they do, you know, pledge allegiance, flag, and then we went over to different stages, stuff like that. And we're supposed to start shooting at 12. We actually started shooting at 12:20, and so you know, we were only off by 20 minutes. But I don't know how many of you seen my last video, but there was only 2 stages, but there was a lot of different events during the stage. I think it's like 9 or 10 different events in the 2 stages, I should have said. But so in the first stage, we had to drag 65-pound kettlebells up a hill, a pretty steep hill, and then from there we had to do a bear crawl with like a, I don't know, 50 or 75-pound bag. And after the bear crawl, you had to flip a tire over, and after the tire, you had to roll a barrel, 55-gallon drum. After that, you had to throw a 50-pound or 75-pound bag, I'm not sure how much it weighed, over these wooden beams and then cross them. And then you had to do an enemy weapon pickup. And so when I got to the end of that stage or event, there was an AK there. I had to pick up an AK and shoot 2 targets. And then I went back through the same exercises, the barrel, the tires, and to get back to the wall. And the wall, they called the Chris Kyle event, and we were engaging targets. The furthest target was 355 yards. So, you know, red dots, if you're going to do red dots in tactical games, you better use a magnifier. Yeah, when tactical games first started, it seemed like, you know, it seems like now everybody's wanting to use low power variable optics like this. This is a 1:6 power primary arms ACSS reticle. This particular scope, I didn't know when I purchased it. I didn't know the difference between first focal plane and second focal plane. This one's actually a first focal plane. So anyway, just having 6 power magnification really helps in the longer range shots. So I go to the wall, had to engage some targets. After that, I went to another event. I'd throw some loaded ammo cans up on a wooden porch, go up on the porch, and then I had to fire left-handed, engage targets left-handed, which I actually do pretty well shooting left-handed because I'm naturally left-handed. However, I always shoot right-handed. But you know, a gun in my left hand is not, you know, nothing I can't handle. So after I engaged the 2 targets left-handed, we then had to climb up on a ladder. It was on. We didn't get on top of the roof, but we climbed up the ladder and had to engage targets from the top of the ladder. It's pretty cool. And after that event, we come back down off the ladder, and I had to pick up a 100-pound bag, carried up another hill, and from there they called this, the next event, the Mogadishu Mile. I think that's where we're engaged the 355-yard targets, and I think there's one target's like 300, 308 or something. But so after you engage them targets from the shooting mat, the Mogadishu Mile, that was the end of stage 1 for you. There was a total of 9 competitors. I actually won second place out of 9 competitors. But anyway, going into stage 2, there was some run and gun in stage 2. Probably the hardest thing anybody had to do, they had a 200-pound dummy, or 180, 200-pound dummy you had to drag. And for me, it wasn't that big of a deal. But anyway, so the first event, they called it, what was it, the Ramadi Shuffle, I think. But you had it was kind of running up a valley, and there's five targets you had to engage with your rifle while you was moving quick and engaging targets with your rifle. You know, you shoot left, and then there'd be one on the right, engage left, right, and then engage left again. And you went on up to where they had a pistol target, the plates lined up on, and there was, I think, 4 rifle targets that were cardboard. So you had to do a weapon transition. So you engaged the 4 cardboard targets with your rifle, slung your rifle, draw your pistol, and engage the plates. Now, I missed 2 of the plates. They only give you 1 round to make up on that one. Okay, so after that, you know, at one point in time, I had to pick up that 180-pound dummy and drag him and set him back down. I picked up another bag, might have been 75, 80 pounds. Carried it up to where they had some pistol bays, and at the pistol bay, we had to, you know, put on our gas mask. There was a Texas Star, and then there was another plate rack. They give you, let's see, it was if you hit them perfect, it'd been a total of 11 targets, 5 on the Texas Star, 6 plates, and they give you 14 rounds. And I took all 14 rounds, but I hit all the plates, but it took me all 14 rounds. And that was in the gas mask. So, and then went over the next bay, the bay next to that. We had to, I think we engaged a target with rifle and pistol. I can't remember. I think we fired rifle first, and then run between some tires and engaged some with a pistol. And then there was another one they called the Fobbit Challenge. That was to see how fast you could quick draw, put two rounds on target. It was not a long range at all, but my time, 2 shots, was just under 3 seconds. The guy who won that one, he got it in like 1.75 seconds or something. So he beat me by a second. I was having problems finding my pistol. I think my sling was over top of my pistol or something when I was trying to draw. But after that, so we picked up another 100-pound bag, I guess, and carried it, got up on top of a hill, put it down, and we had to engage 3 targets, steel targets, with our 30 meters with our handgun. And out of 6 shots, I hit 3 of them at 30 meters. A lot of people, the guy that was standing there doing the scoring, he said a lot of people was hitting high left. And after I missed a couple, I decided, yeah, I'm going to aim lower. I aimed lower, and then I started plinking the targets. But anyway, so after everybody run through the 2 stages, then we did the score, and that's when I found out I'd won 2nd place. First place would have been really cool, but I guess I have to settle for the winner's circle being in 2nd. But anyway, if you're going to get into stuff, you need to be, these tactical games need to be in pretty good shape. Another thing, a lot of people in tactical games, I've been watching a lot of videos. When tactical games first started, you could probably use a red dot fairly good, but most people now in tactical games are going to low power variable optics. This is a 1:6 by Primary Arms with ACSS reticle. I'm actually planning on building a rifle just for tactical arms, and I'm going to build it as light as possible. And which means I'm going to be buying probably a titanium bolt. This is going to be an expensive build. I've already ordered a lower from Fostech. It's called the Fostech Light, and they say it weighs about 30% of a standard aluminum lower receiver. So I'm going to order that. It's going to take me a while. It's going to be expensive, but I'm going to build a really light rifle, probably with a pencil barrel. Not sure if I'm going to go to 14-inch route or 16. I'm not sure exactly what length barrel I'm going to use. I do think 10, sometimes 10, a 10-inch barrel can cause you problems as far as like resting on a barrier shooting. Sometimes I learned that in the first tactical game, but yep, I use this bad boy when I went this time. Um, so this is one of my, well, the upper, this is all palmetto. The lower's been built, and it's got like a 3.5 pound trigger, I think. So, well, no, I mean the rifle function, my Glock function, good. So, had a good day. Met some cool people, Green Berets. But anyway, it's the SHTF Hunter. Thought I'd bring that little AAR. I'm out.